Check 212. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a new midweek update. Today it's October, the 23rd of October, 2025. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk a bit more about CRO. We're going to talk about the four-wave cycle continuing. We're going to talk about the current price of Bitcoin above the 200-day simple moving average. I'm going to talk about so many more things, guys. But first, a little bit of housekeeping. Today it is 9 o'clock Amsterdam time. Every Thursday, every Sunday, we have a live stream. But this weekend, we'll see, I think, the clock getting a little bit of a reset. 1 hour earlier, 1 hour later. I don't know exactly. Make sure you check in 9 p.m. Amsterdam time. Whatever time zone that is, guys, you can simply go online, take a look for time zone converter, and take a look when 9 p.m. Amsterdam time is. Of course, as always, I will also just be posting it up front, so just take a look when I post those live stream announcements. So that will change soon. And also, I want to say a big thank you to all you beautiful viewers out there, because we got 150 likes on the previous live stream. And that means one thing. Price prediction video! Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. So, unfortunately, it took you guys a bit too long. So, I already have scheduled videos for tomorrow and Saturday. But Monday, it will go live. So, thank you very much, guys. 150 likes. That means a lot to me. That's actually quite cool. So, for anyone wondering, prepping in today again, we're still on the road to 10k subscribers. So, thank you very much for all the love, all the great comments. And every like, every comment that you guys make also helps me, get me motivated, gets me out of bed every day. But also does pump the CRO price. It does pump the CRO price. Let's talk about that. No, trading savior. 3 likes come from me, from my 3 channel. Thanks, Coin Baron. You're cheating, sir. You're cheating. Now I have to reconsider. No. Thank you so much, dude. Hey, Baron. I'm the dude who borrowed a couple thousand from Tectonic. I had to repay back my loan because I couldn't risk 1.3 million CRO to get liquidated. Ouch. Don't borrow. But wait a minute. You had to... I'm just wondering, Chupa. I also have a similar... I have a similar setup, right? You borrow money with your CRO. What's your health rate typically like? What was it like? Let me know. Welcome, guys. Hello to Björn. I see Teddy. I see Trading. I see Johnny. Rule as well. Do you know why Crypto.com isn't completing its Q3 roadmap? They have almost met all of the previous goals. It's a good question, Raul. We talked about that in a recent video about the roadmap for Crypto.com and the update. We don't really know much about it. But what is interesting, and this is a bit of speculation, right? A bit of speculation. Chris, the CEO Chris, is very, very, very silent right now. Very silent. And I think they learned one thing from the previous, well, big news pump. And we're talking, of course, about the Trump Treasury announcement. You kind of want to line up all the good news after each other. And Chris has been talking about Q4 and Q1 of 2026 to be quite bullish, quite special. My thoughts are that the stablecoin, the Crypto.com stablecoin, the ETF, and I think we missed a few other things. The Prime card, for example, they were planned for Q3. I think they're now lining it up to actually get it done in Q4. Speculation. I think it's speculation. But of course, we don't know. We haven't heard any public announcement like, hey, guys, we're running late. So no official clue, but this is a speculation that we do have here. Welcome, guys. How's the Crow fam doing? Strapped in, sir. Welcome, Zerka. Well, I wanna talk about this tomorrow, but you can see that when the CRO price is hovering like this, people are tuning out. People are tuning out, right? Because it's for many people too painful to watch. It is too painful to watch CRO go up, go down, go up, go down. Many have sold. So the people that call themselves CRO fam, many left the scene. And that's fine. Always make your own investment decisions. But the CRO fam is in despair, at least some part. What I see now, and I see an Ultra Justin, I see so many cool people. Shockwave, welcome as well. I see Johnny. Like, I do count you guys as the hardcore CRO fam. People that are still watching this live stream, you guys are hardcore CRO fam. You guys are diamond hands. And I wanna quickly go back to 2021. I want to go back to 2021, and I want to open the Ethereum chart. And I want to show you why sometimes being a diamond hand is great. So let me go, guys, to the Ethereum chart here. Let me go to the Ethereum chart. Back in 2021, Ethereum had a crazy run. It had a crazy run. Ethereum went from the lows here at about $100 all the way up to about... Oh, wait, I'm saying it wrong here. This is it. It went up all the way to about $2,000. It just peaked about $2,000. But then it got a big rejection over here. Ethereum, the biggest altcoin, went from about $2,000 all the way down, minus 40%, to $1,300. $1,300. They get also that cat bounce there, but eventually kept climbing higher. Many people got shaken out here. And I've opened the Bitcoin dominance chart. It's just above 60 now, by the way. If I open the Bitcoin dominance chart, you can see that during that period where in March, or around March, Ethereum went down minus 35%. We had many, many, many more altcoins also being shaken out. You can see though that it went up, Bitcoin dominance went up, but the bigger structure, the bigger downward structure was still intact, and it brought us to a new all-time high. Oh, well, all-time high. It brought us to a new all-time high for many altcoins, but Bitcoin dominance went down. So where are we now? We're still moving up. We're still seeing something similar, where we see a downward move, and then also a bit of consolidation again. My expectation is that we are going to retest potentially some levels here for Bitcoin dominance. We've been talking about, for example, 60.4 about here. So we can rise a bit higher. But typically, and this is actually good news, guys, November is typically a month where altcoins outperform Bitcoin. October is good for Bitcoin. November is good for altcoins. That's the typical structure. Typical structure. So that does also mean, if we're talking about October, October is typically good for Bitcoin. And October, I know, right? I know. October only lasts another 7 days. But if I'm taking an honest look at Bitcoin, it is actually quite okay. Well, where we are now, let me get a different chart. Well, Bitcoin is doing quite great, guys. Bitcoin is almost back at 11,000. 111,000. Let's get Coinbase. And it's, I think, still above the 50 week. And if you open up the 200 day as well, the 200 day, we are basically again back above the 200 day. So we have beaten, guys, the 200 day bearish fort, bit of the bull market support band. So I'm feeling good. I even would make the case, and this is only if October is going to be true to its name, we might even close October with a new all-time high. We might close October, the next 8 days, with a new all-time high. And some people might say I'm crazy. Coinbaron, you're so crazy. But how many days did it take here? From also about 109. It took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, it took 9 days. 9 days. What if we keep pumping now? What if you just complete a similar move? I think, though, the first stop will be at about 116. We've been talking about this, and so far it's playing out. It is struggling a bit at about 111. Also as expected. But so at some time, I would say maybe next week, we are back at 116. That's my belief. No financial advice. But I would say it's looking pretty good. I think they're waiting for good momentum. I do believe so as well, trading. We're talking about the Q2 goals. It's been so long since I last chatted. I have played phone games to earn PayPal money. I think you earn more than all these people in the chat combined in the last few weeks. It's been painful, I'm not gonna lie. Would I like to see CRO at a higher price? Of course. But I also like it to be down, right? I just paid my Netflix. And for anyone that doesn't know, if you get these Visa cards, and if you get the Icy White, Rose Gold, but also these two, the Indigo or the Jade Green, and they're called, I think, Pro these days, the Pro cards. You also get a free Netflix, and you get reimbursed in the CRO token. And the lower the CRO price, the more CRO tokens you will get for your Netflix. So if, for example, CRO goes back to $1, and you get now about 100 CRO for your Netflix, well, you will get $100 for 1 month of Netflix. Think about it that way. Chris is also saying, probably holding the good news for a rally. I think so too. Mr. Baron, have you locked up some CRO in Vino Finance? Indirectly, I got ZK CRO, Johnny. I got ZK CRO, and therefore I also hold L CRO, which is the staked Vino Finance CRO. Any predictions for Moon? Well, I got sponsored by WolfSwap, so I don't really like to talk about prices because, well, I think it's really untrustworthy. I got a bag of Moon. I didn't get it gifted. I bought it myself. I think there's a future. And if CRO can do like a 5x from here, 6x, I think, like, let's say it this way. Altcoins, the small altcoins on the Cronos chain that are actually providing value, like, for example, Moon, Push, Obsidian. If CRO can do like a 10x, they can definitely do a 10x. Think about it that way. Robert, welcome. Hi, fam. Hello, Coin Baron. Strap in. Patience, fam. $1 Christmas party. Why are we stopping at 1? Strap in, sir. Welcome. Good to see you. Why are you stopping at 1? So what I also am seeing now, and this is like really short term. I don't know how like useful this is, to be honest. What I like to see, and it kind of differs per chart, but we are setting higher lows. CRO setting higher lows. Yesterday was quite painful. CRO went back all the way to about 13 cents, but we bounced. We did close a lower daily low, but the wicks are at least forming on a higher level. So that's looking quite good, I would say. There might be some seller exhaustion, and that's also what we do see if we open the relative strength index. And guys, for anyone coming in today, don't forget to hit the like button. A bit later today, I want to talk about the full wave cycle theory. We made a video about that in March of this year, and it's still holding strong. We don't talk about it too often. We also got a listing for Moon. I think it got listed on BTCC. I know that, like, it's sponsoring Crypto Kip and it's sponsoring Oscar Ram. They always talk about it. They always talk about it. Hey, VDG, welcome. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. How's live, guys? Eventually, CRO will come back to $1. More at when, because they keep building. I think that's an important part. For anyone that checked yesterday's video, and if you haven't, please do, guys. But I think that the Kadena blockchain is a great example of that. You need to build a revenue model. You need to build a revenue model to sustain the chain. And Kadena didn't do that. Crypto.com is wildly profitable. We know that. They pay a lot to marketing. They do pay a lot to marketing. But I do believe, and this is my belief, guys. You might disagree. Let me know in the chat or in the comments. Price of a token is a great marketing tool. And I do believe now, especially because we have seen that today, CZ, the former founder, or the founder really of Binance, he got a pardon by Donald J. Trump. So he is a free man once more. He might even be able to come back to Binance in the future as the, well, former but also new CEO. I do believe that now also it's okay for Crypto.com to really go all in on the CRO token. They already started doing that a bit more. They pushed already with the treasury company, but to be honest, guys, we still live in this shutdown. We still have a shutdown. Is there any news about the shutdown? Let me check. It's like day 25 or day 20 for the shutdown in the US. As long as we have this shutdown, guys, we might see gold still continuing to do well. But this shutdown is a big deal, especially for altcoins with pending ETFs, but also pending treasury companies. And CRO got both. Oh, that's a good one. That's also a good one, Keegan. Well, just under 6 days for the next rate cut. And not only the rate cut. The rate cut is already great. But also the end of quantitative tightening that could be announced as soon as this upcoming week. Or next upcoming week. Bjorn is saying many people also have no idea about Cronos. I saw a stream today where it was clear that there was no knowledge of CRO and CDC. At least they talked about it. Could you maybe, you know, what kind of stream was it, Bjorn? Was it like a general altcoin channel? Was it the Coin Bureau? What kind of channel? Please share names. And also, I don't know if you guys saw this, but on Tuesday or Wednesday, I think Tuesday, we did a bit of an interview, a collab. Some people from the Coin Zone, they asked me to do an interview. I don't often do interviews, but I think it was kind of enjoyable. So if you haven't seen it, I think you can check it on my channel. Go to collaborations. You can check out the interview about the Coin Zone. I think it's quite a good interview. Just trying to also, you know, spread the word about CRO. I can't do it all by myself. I do my best, but well, you can help by pressing the like button and, of course, strapping in, guys. Nemesis bought more CRO in October. Nice. Me too, sir. Me too. I can't stop. So, for anyone wondering, Coin Baron, are you ever scared? Are you ever scared about Cronos? No. There was one moment, and I think that should scare anyone. Like, this drop here was very scary. Like, this drop back to 7 cents. I think nobody expected that, and I was unheard of. I've been in the crypto markets for a long time, but this mass manipulation, mass cascading liquidation, so that was the most scary thing I have ever seen. But other than that, like, no, I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine. I do believe, guys, we are in an altcoin season already. Did I share that? I think we talked about it, right? Like, I think we are already in an altcoin season. That's my belief. And just takes a bit more time to play out. When dominance breaks 57, I will be leveraging in again. Okay. Nice, sir. Welcome. Hey, Fitting Crypto. Good to see you, man. Got some more diamond hands in the chat. Welcome, Sergio. So, I don't think, guys, it's always good to be a diamond hand, right? Because, for example, with the Kadena chain, the KDA token, can I bring it up on the screen? Yeah, we can. Oh, it keeps dropping. So, please, don't be a diamond hand for the KDA token. It might make a comeback, but I think it's very unlikely. If the facts completely change, it's okay to change your strategy, but ouch. This is a true ouch. This isn't the perfect example of Dumptober. Especially, guys, I remember hearing about Kadena in 2021. So remember, currently it's trading at 6 cents. Back, at least here on Binance, it was trading at $6 or even $9 at the height of Kadena. That's down 99.9%. Ouch. Ouch, ouch. MK, welcome. Good to see you, man. Oh, by the way, for anyone wondering, well, if anyone ever wants to have like a meetup, very soon, on the 13th and 14th of October, let me quickly bring up the website. But we're going to have a meetup, in real life meetup in Amsterdam, out of all places, of course. I live in the Netherlands, so for me, it's pretty convenient. But there will be an event, Bitcoin Amsterdam, and it's going to be quite exciting. Let me quickly bring it on the screen now. So for anyone that wants to have like a good meetup with people that like crypto, this is happening on the 13th and 14th of November in the Sugar Factory in Amsterdam. I will be there, not as a speaker, but I will be there to, have a drink, have a laugh, learn a bit more, network maybe a bit as well. And there will be quite some interesting people coming to speak. For example, if I find it here, we got Ben Cowan talking about, for example, Bitcoin, the evolving market structure. So I will be there on Thursday and Friday. I also have one ticket left. So if anyone is like, hey, but I want to go there. Like, I want to go to the Bitcoin conference in Amsterdam. Join our Discord. Link is in the description down below. And join the Crew Fam Meetup Netherlands channel. We will be opening up a giveaway for one extra ticket this weekend. So make sure you join the Discord. Also, if you don't like the meetup, join the Discord. We have a talk there. Sometimes we cry together. Sometimes we cope together. Sometimes we party together when the CRO token is pumping. So check it out. But yeah, we'll have a meetup there. Don't forget to join us if you want to. Starfox, welcome. Good to see you, man. It's trapped in already. Yeah, the rate cut is amazing. I'm waiting for that rate cut. I do believe, though, like, this rate cut is very much priced in, if I'm honest. I think it's priced in already. What's not entirely priced in yet is the actual confirmation of the quantitative tightening. So we have still potential catalysts to bring us higher. But this is actually quite interesting. I'm going to talk, by the way, soon about the full wave cycle. CRO is getting close to a breakout. And due to the very relative low relative strength index, the RSI levels, I think this can be a potential breakout to the upside. We also sometimes take a look at the MACD. The MACD is also looking, I would say, a bit more bullish than bearish, because we are now somewhat moving back up again. So sometimes we see very minor pumps, but sometimes we see mega pumps, right? So are we going to see a mega pump once more? We don't know. There's one thing that we do know is that typically once we see a big pump, we also see a mega dump. And what I like about this specifically is that we had quite a big dump. So therefore, I think a big pump is also potentially coming. And especially, guys, because we have quite some decent catalyst in the upcoming weeks. So, Stupid Stoops, is the CZ pardon bad for Crypto.com and Cronos? I don't think so. I don't think it truly has a negative impact on CRO. It has a positive impact on Binance, though. And the BNB token, I think it was pumping today, 5%. Trading, I had to touch some grass. It was just too painful. I understand the feeling, sir. I understand the feeling. Oh, yeah. I also want to see. So the last week so far, we still have, of course, a few days left in this week. The last few days, it has been quite painful also for the overall altcoin market cap. We've been trying again and again to break out of the structure, but we're still not there. But I think soon we can actually see that breakout here for the total free. All altcoins excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Solid Snake, welcome. Always here and strapped in. Thank you so much. Welcome. One of our recent members, guys. And Solid Snake also joined the Discord. He did find the members exclusive channel. So if you want to support the channel, don't forget to consider joining our membership here. So could Trump Media buy the rest of the wick of the 7 cents from the drop OTC? I no. So this wick and Trump Media have like nothing. Like in. By the way, some people think, but yeah, what if I bought 1 million CRO at 7 cents? Well, guys, the amount of CRO being sold here was not that much. Like at these levels, there were a lot of CRO sells, but I think I have to check the numbers. But the people that really bought in here, that's like very little CRO. There is very little liquidity in the order books. We've been making a video about this, about the lessons of the liquidation event there, and take a look at the order books of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is massive. Cronos isn't. Price prediction for this bull run. Well, Stefan, I've got some good and some bad news. We do have a price prediction, but it's not yet live for regular folks. Upcoming Monday, though, thanks to that everyone hit the like button, we're going to release the price prediction video. So check it out. Make sure you subscribe so you can find it out on Monday. And otherwise, if you don't want to wait till Monday, you have to, well, join the channel. Cruel 10x by Fantastic. Who's Fantastic? Welcome, Teddy. Good to see you, man. I think we can do 10x. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I think it's possible, right? I mean, we have seen crazy shit already in the past. Robert is saying, well, what if we do $1 for Christmas and 5 for the 26th of March? I hope so. I will buy a yacht and I will call it the Chris. The Chris, guys. If we honestly go to $5, I will forever be thankful to Chris. Because he pumped our bags. He changed our lives. Imagine CZ gets pardoned with only one condition, and that's the condition is that to list CRO. I like to think about that, Johnny. What if, right? What if? It was a general alt trading channel that talked about CRO. Okay. Ultra Justin was a great interview. Well, what I liked about it in that interview was talking about Robinhood as well. The rumors about the potential Robinhood listing. And I don't know if you guys have seen this, but BNB got listed on Robinhood. Big thing? Well, yeah. Yeah, we're going to talk about it next week or this week in another video, but to already tell you about this, there are a few cryptocurrencies basically on the short list of Robinhood. A few tokens. We got all the listed tokens, and then we also have all the tokens that are viewable on Robinhood to track the price. Basically, BNB was also on that short list of viewable tokens, like also the CRO token. So I do believe everything, like the infra is ready to get CRO listed on Robinhood. When? I don't know. But I think it's a good sign that BNB got listed. BNB also got listed on Coinbase. So BNB is having some great tailwinds there. Hey, Mr. John Acts. Blessing, is it over? Is it over? Time to cash out, lol. Well, I don't think so. I've been pretty clear about this. I'm still very bullish. There are a few channels though, and that are like looking very negative, and it's like we are living in different worlds. Like I'm seeing all the different signs. I'm seeing, for example, I don't know what I think it was Trading that talked about, for example, the rate cut that's going to happen. For anyone wondering what's the rate cut, well, here we have it. I need to refresh. %98.9% chance that we get a rate cut on the 29th of October. That's one thing. We have the war somewhat ending in Israel. We have quantitative tightening coming to an end. We have a lot of bullish items coming for CRO. We're still waiting for that government shutdown to completely end. Can we get like some news articles about let me check. I haven't really heard anything about the shutdown. Like the shutdown is, of course, I don't live in the US, guys, so I don't know how the news is covering this in the US. So according here to CNN, the latest on the Trump administration as shutdown enters the 23rd day with no end in sight. There is still no end in sight? Ouch. Ouch. We need the shutdown to end. Without a shutdown, no ETF. Without a shutdown, or with a shutdown, no ETF, but also no treasury company. So please, guys, solve it. for the crypto bros, please. Do it for the crypto bros. Thank you. Starfox is saying, well, this shutdown thing, it might last till November, or at worst until around healthcare opens enrollment period. The main reason actually for the shutdown. Okay, so I guess Starfox, you live in the US, so you know a bit more than I. Thanks for the intel. If you guys have any more details about the shutdown, like, hey, this is what you need to know, this is what you need to watch, please let me know. I did hear some rumors that this week it was about to end. Like the White House intel was saying this week it could actually end, but so far it's very close to Friday now, so it's not looking like there is any end coming to this shutdown. Bidding crypto, I don't have enough CRO. Me neither, sir. Me neither. How much CRO is enough to hold? Ooh, how much do you think is, you know, how much can you afford to lose, Shockwave? That's, I think, the question. I'm going to be very honest, guys. So I am basically all into CRO. I have used my student loans to buy CRO. I did everything in my power to buy as much CRO as humanly possible. But there's one thing. If let's say CRO literally goes to zero, I'm still okay. I'm not like that big into debt that I'm going to lose everything. All right. So even if CRO goes to zero, I will be fine. I have a lovely coin baroness out there. We're going to get married next year. That would be a bit painful because, yeah, we have a wedding money also in CRO. So guys, please, for a marriage, that would be very nice if you can actually, you know, pump the price a bit more. But yeah. How much CRO is really good to hold? You're mentioning 1 million. If you can hold 1 million CRO, I think you will be golden. We need the Los Angeles Summer Beach meetup. I would love a beach. There is also going to be a Loaded Lion meetup. Welcome, user. Is it okay to buy CRO at 14 cents? If you think, sir, it's okay. If you feel like it can go higher, definitely do so. I don't give any financial advice, so the only thing that I've been seeing yet is that so far we are creating higher lows. Looking at the wicks, right? So we are gaining some strength. And also we have been looking at the MACD. it is now curling up into the green zone again, like what we've seen here, right? We go from the red into the green. Red, green. After red, typically we see green. So there is some seller exhaustion, guys. There is seller exhaustion. I don't know if we're going to see, like, more dumps. Potentially, right? I literally don't know. What I want to show you, though, is also... We also need to talk about the full wave cycle. But we also have this fractal. And it's not... I got to admit here, it's not perfectly playing out anymore. So far, it's been tracking it quite nicely. You can see it went up, down... And it also predicted one more fall. You can see here, right? It went up, it went down again. And now it is somewhat deviating. So far, it's been tracking it perfectly. But the fractal here, the overlay, it is deviating now. We expected it to go up. But in reality now, it started the first days by going down. I still expect it, though, to, in the longer term, follow this trend here. That is my belief for the CRO token. Which is, by the way, no advice. But as I mentioned though before, it's not like perfect. Sometimes it's a few days early, sometimes a few days late. It's not a perfect tracker. Not a perfect tracker, and also doesn't really follow the exact prices perfectly. But I would say the overall trend still could be followed. If this is going to play out soon, we should be trading at about 20 cents. And I think that's possible. Really, guys, my belief is that November, the final week, like say next week of October, I think that will be bullish. I do believe that we will go retest 116 for Bitcoin, and then also altcoins can rally a bit more. Realistically, though, we need to wait for a full retest of Ethereum at about 4,000. We are now still below 4,000. We need to go above 4,000 for Ethereum, retest it, and then have a big bounce. So that's I think, the best setup for altcoins truly start performing once more. To truly start performing once more. I think that what Bjorn is saying here, for everyone out there, guys, the risk tolerance is different. I use my student loans. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's no financial advice, but don't do that. Make sure you can sleep well. Star Fox is saying, I do hope we open up by next week again. I hope so. Oh yeah, there's also a good one, Ultra Justin. The rainbow chart. What about the rainbow chart? Let's talk about it in a minute, because I used the rainbow chart also for the full wave cycle. I want to talk about that. CRO is like KDA. It is not at all like KDA, Peter. Not at all. We talked about it yesterday in the video. Check it out if you haven't seen it. But basically, Cronos has a revenue model. KDA has no revenue model. Difference? Very clear. Very clear. Night and day. Hey, Flying Bee. Flying Bee, how is the storm? Storm Benjamin. Is that something you guys also see in the UK? Today we have an official storm. Small tornadoes even. Hey, Crypto Runner, good to see you. Total Free has a massive cup and handle along with the recess crash, so we're definitely going to explode. I do think so too, sir. For anyone wondering what is Stupid talking about, like, you can see that we have been trading within this pattern, like this pattern here, since 2021. You can see here we create a cup, and here we have a handle. This is where you drink your coffee, right? Here you got the coffee. This is the coffee. And typically, the good thing about a cup and handle pattern, guys, is that we do see a breakout from the handle. 9 times out of 10, we do get a breakout from the handle. So I do believe, based also here on this chart, that we're basically going to double the total altcoin market cap. And I need to, this is, unfortunately, this is logarithmic. You can't use logarithmic here. And you need regular. It's more like this. I think also the cup and coffee looks a bit better like this. But we can actually get a target based by the line of coffee and the bottom of the cup. So I do believe we're going to about $2 trillion as total market cap for all altcoins, excluding Bitcoin and excluding Ethereum. And that doesn't mean that every altcoin is going to go up. I'm actually quite clear about this. I think there are garbage coins and there are blue chips. I do believe that more like in 2017, we'll see the true project succeed, but also some meme coins with a true community. Projects with revenue model, with product market fit, but also with a loyal community. Those are going to outperform. So Solana is going to work. It will actually gain a lot of market share. Ethereum, of course, will work. BNB, I think, also going to work. Link, crazy, of course, for all the oracles, going to work. A lot of blue chips in the top 20. And I also would count CRO because it's needed, for example, with the Visa cards. Cronos chain, though, does need an upgrade. Yeah, not really an upgrade in like technical, but more like use cases. And it's coming. It is coming. Will Johnson, good to see you, man. Mr. Arian, long live Cronos. Arian, how long have you been using Cronos? Don't spam. Comeral will go through them one by one. Yeah, so guys, first come, first serve. Star Fox lives in the US, Detroit, Michigan. He's a native. And I do think you know a lot about the US politics. Teddy's thinking that CRO currently is a good buying price. I think so too. Hey, welcome, Kim. Okay, let's talk about the rainbow chart, though. Ultra Justin is already talking about it. So the rainbow chart is very clear, guys. The rainbow card chart is very clear. Where we are now, it is a perfect bounce out of this line. It's in the green zone. The green zone is a buy zone. We have multiple zones: red, yellow, blue, and green. Green is perfect. It's a perfect buy zone, typically. What I also find interesting is that what we have seen so far, and I'm going to talk about these lines, but we're going to talk about it now, basically. Do you see how all these curves here are basically topping out when we touch this dotted line? The dotted line is a regression band, basically. It's a regression band, and we are respecting it. But because it is linearly increasing, the price is going up. So the first time we touched it, it was about 17 cents. The second time it was 22 cents. And the third time it was at about 30 cents. We saw something very similar also about here. We peaked. Okay, this time around, not really. But you can see we peaked basically 2 times here at about this band. Oh, well, even, yeah, actually even here, we had a quick wick to this band here. So every time we keep testing the same linear band. Test, test, test. Until we break it. There are 1, 2, 3 cycles to test it. And there's a fourth cycle to break it. Or a fourth wave to break it. Same here, right? Test 1, test 2, test 3. And now we're going to break it. That's my belief. The 4-wave cycle theory is still working perfectly. We've been talking about this in March. And now we have seen 1 wave, 2 wave, and a 3rd wave playing out. Are we going lower? I don't think so necessarily. I don't think necessarily that we need to go to the bottom band here. The bottom band would be at about 10 cents. Could we go lower? Potentially, but I don't think so. I think where we are now is it's basically like what we have seen here in 2021. We went down again. We went down massively. Teddy, thank you. Oh no, the video. Ah. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Let me check 212. There we go. Camp fun. Teddy, Thank you so much. Um, guys, thank you so much for donating to the channel for the camp fund. Okay, I don't know what it is. But this was working, right? So we talked about the waves. Thank you so much, Björn, and thank you so much, Teddy. £2 and $2.22. Guys, why don't you donate $2.12? $2.12. I think 222 is also nice, though. No, thank you guys so much. I think it's not really the cam, it's the maybe it's the cam, I don't know. Thank you so much. I lost my train of thought here. So are we going down to the low band? I don't necessarily think that we need to go down to the low bands. We might be able to bounce back up here on this exact logarithmic regression band. That could be a potential outcome. If though, and this is the big question. Let's say this is actually going to, let's say we are now bottoming out, right? It might be potentially that we are now bottoming out from the fourth wave. So we can actually start the final wave. What we did, I copied basically this wave here. I copied this wave here. If this is going to play out like it was in 2021, it won't take that much more time to actually finally get that parabolic move. If we're going to play out with the same timeline as in 2021 regarding the fourth wave, the fourth wave will peak in March 2026. Thank you so much, Flying Bee. Cam funds, $2.12, £2.12. Oh, thank you so much. He did it for the community. For the community. I don't know, guys, if it will take till March. I don't know. That's, of course, the big question. We can also climb quicker. We can climb quicker. We have seen it also here. It honestly doesn't take that long to truly get to that peak. Hello, mate. Tuning in after 2 miles scooter workout. Whoa, like the non-electric, right? I hope you didn't use the electric motor. That would be a lazy workout. That would be a lazy workout. Good to have you, Devin. Anyway, so I think the full wave cycle theory is something that we need to talk about more. It might be something we talk about more in the channel going forward. I think it's just way too perfect. It's playing out again, and it's all happening right before our eyes here. This would mean, though, that we would have a lengthening cycle. This is what Chris, the CEO of Crypto.com, did mention. I kick scooter, okay. According to Flying Bee, the storm here, come and go. No hype, though. Nothing like the US ones. Yeah, I think the tornadoes and stuff that we see in some states are honestly frightening me. Well, Solid Snake, I joined recently, but I followed your live streams for a long time. You're the best CRO influencer. You don't sell dreams like a lot of people on the web. Thank you. I hope I also don't sell fear. You know, I want to keep it real. I do have a bullish bias though, otherwise I wouldn't be here. I think it would be pathetic if I would be sitting here and I didn't believe in any more like for anyone, I do see I get a lot of donations here, so thank you for that. But honestly, guys, I'm not getting rich. I'm not getting rich by doing YouTube. Not at all. Not at all. I'm not chilling like all these exchanges 24/7. So I'm not making money of the streams. I'm making money of investing, and that's also, I think, what you guys are here to do. But yeah, let's keep it real. 4-wave cycle, though. Let me know what you think about it. Agree, disagree. Let me know. What I am a bit afraid of, and of course, guys, this is still not fully over yet, is that CRO Bitcoin, it's struggling a bit about these levels. So this purple line, we should be bouncing off this purple line somewhere in the upcoming few days, because this has also been, I want to see definitely weekly close above this. Sometimes we hit close here as well. We can see here we closed quickly below it, but we also went above it again. So it's not always perfect, but this purple line has been our previous all-time low for CRO. But we also went above it and again. So it has been important support and resistance. So CRO Bitcoin is something that frightens me. But let's see. Let's see. I think we can still definitely make it. Don J, welcome. What's the possible price for Cronos? We'll have a... Well, what's the long term, sir? What is the long term? Are we talking 5, 10, 20? I think that CRO can go to $10. Like, if Bitcoin goes to $1 million, well, CRO will go to 10. Hey, John. Hello, everyone. I've been in CRO since 2021. I never left. We talked about diamond hands in the beginning, and I think we got one here, guys. Welcome, John. Good to see you. Don't forget, you guys, to strap in. Don't forget to hit the like button. CRO is going to work. I think so too, sir. I think so too. Does CRO have any money markets? Money markets. Do you mean the market makers or... Stupid here is checking in from Chicago. Has more than 100,000 CRO. We got some big whales here. Diamond hands and whales. QBA, welcome. That's CRO crazy. Make some CRO giveaway. If we hit $1, we'll do a CRO giveaway. Don't you worry, guys. When the channel is performing well, we'll do some giveaways. But let's be honest, guys, it's painful now. It is painful. We have very low euphoria, as Davin is talking about. So now we see government reopening. We might have a pump, and we might consolidate a bit more. The euphoria peak is further down the road, not happening soon. Maybe. Again, I think the timeline now is really hard to get a grip on. It might be March. It might be March of 2026. Still, though, I am of the opinion that Q4 should be it. I'm still a Q4 believer. I am... So the thing is this fractal here runs till December. We got this fractal here that runs till December, but it doesn't mean it can't continue going forward further into 2026. It stops at about here, like at $1. That's the previous pump, but we can go, of course, a lot further. Like, for example, Ethereum did. We talked about this in the beginning, right? So in what we see here, in March of 2021, Ethereum went up from about $100. How much did it go up? It basically did a 20x. Up 1,700%. 1,700%. Then it went down. But it climbed even higher. If you bought in the previous cycle Ethereum at the lows, and you sold at the peak, at the bull peak, you made 5,000% gains. I don't know. I don't think we'll see that now for CRO. I don't think so. But we can do it. Sometimes, guys, we do have a prolonged cycle again. You can see, right, for Ethereum. Let's go back to Ethereum quickly. Ethereum went up. But after that initial peak at about 2,000, it still took like 6 more months to go to the all-time high, to the final all-time high. So it can be that we are having a prolonged cycle. Trump is running parallel again. So far, no relevant news though. But the stock market is still open. What is happening with the... Oh, wait, is it the announcement now? Has the announcement been made? I've heard something about an announcement today by Donald J. Trump at about 3... Where's the stock market? Let me bring up the stock market quickly. Stock market is performing quite well. Today it's up about 0.5%. That's quite good for the stock market. We are now only 0.5% away, less than 0.5%, before we go to a new all-time high for the S&P 500 index. Amazing. Can we still go down to 10 cents? Nothing is impossible. Is it likely? Well, I don't think so, Abdul. If we take a look at some indicators, like we do have the RSI. RSI is already at record lows regarding the daily. The MACD is also pointing towards some seller exhaustion. I don't know. It can be, of course. We don't give any financial advice, but I am not counting on it myself. Machado has more than 1 million CRO, and he's waiting for $2. Well done, sir. Sage, is $1 even possible still? Honestly, Sage, if $1 wasn't possible, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. Like, I told my friends when Bitcoin was below 20k, like, this is your final chance to still buy Bitcoin below 20k. Bitcoin did, what is it? Let's say it went from 16 to 125. That's, I can't do math right now. Like an 8x. Yeah, 7x. Okay, I need to do that. I can't do math right on stream. If I didn't count on a $1 CRO, I wouldn't have been here. Like, I wouldn't have been here. I would have stuck with Bitcoin. It can get there for certainly for me. At least this cycle. That's my personal belief. Do you invest into gold, Coin Baron? Like physical, or I need to buy a ring soon for the marriage. So I would say indirectly I would be investing in gold, but not like I'm full on crypto. I'm full on crypto, Don J. What do you do? Do you have some physical gold? Do you have some ETFs? Gold is doing quite okay. It's been falling a bit recently, but still. Are you starting the next bear market with Bitcoin, then into CRO after? No, I will definitely go into dollars or euros or whatever. Fiat. I've been telling these guys I want to start a business. I want to start a business for me, and it requires some fiat. But I'm going to combine it probably with crypto as well. So stay tuned for that. Strap in. Hit the like. You guys here will be the first to witness, of course. John is going to sell a big bag at about 60 cents. I'm honestly, I will also be selling a bit, John, at about 60 cents because I need to pay for the wedding. And I decided together with the wife to be that, like, at 60 cents. I don't know exactly how much CRO we put into the wedding wallet, but at 60 cents, the whole wedding would be paid off. And we bought in at about 7 or 8 cents for CRO, so I think that would be 10x. So, about a 10x. Sage is saying, times did change though. There are more factors that shift the market, much like the 90 billion dump. I've been thinking about this, Sage. I don't know. this 90 billion dump only really affected leverage markets, and that doesn't really hurt spot that much. You can see, right, how quickly we pumped up again as well. I don't think that this liquidation event for the 90 billion, I've been thinking about this a lot. I think it's a good point to bring it up here. I really love the discussion there, but I don't think it critically changed the market structure. But I might be wrong. You can maybe convince me, but I think that, for example, the ETFs for crypto, I think the treasury companies for crypto are definitely a bigger factor than the liquidation clearing here. And we also, what we do need though is more retail. Like, I personally believe that retail was pretty much already not here. So retail wasn't even like affected by this big event here. That's my personal conviction. How do I see if retail is here, yes or no? Well, I base it really, for example, on the social statistics. We have the YouTube views. We do have the Google Trends. When Cronos was dipping down below, like, I think there was one moment where I think over here we had somebody calling for alt season. I think alt season was here, like alt season. I hate to draw this. I think that this was a short moment where we might have seen a small inflow of retail, but they left already really quickly. This was already at the tail end of it. Zerka's asking, are you starting the next bear market with Bitcoin or then into craft once it bottoms? I don't know. That's the true answer there, Zerka. I don't know how long it will take to build the business. So I still believe in the 4-year cycle, basically, or give or take. It might be that it takes me a few years to truly go back into crypto. So I don't know. That time will tell. That's maybe a good thing to point out here. So what if Bitcoin has a bear market? Let's say it's going to play out again. We have a bear market. We see something like this. I think something like this is possible, right? Let's say we go into the bear market mid-July 2026. We are basically in the bear market for just about 1 year. Just about 1 year. And then we go up again. The bear markets don't last that long. The bear market don't last that long. For Bitcoin, that is. You can see, right, from the peak to the bottom, peak to bottom, 370 days. Peak to bottom, 370 days. How about here? How about last cycle? 2017, I mean. 370 days. Peak to bottom is not that long, guys. People think about the bear market taking 4 years. No. Bear market is just 1 year. It doesn't take that long for bear markets. For altcoins, though, but altcoins is a different story. I mean, you could have bought Crow for 7 cents not long ago. Altcoin bear markets take three years, basically. Don't get me wrong, I'm all in Crow. All I want is $1, but I think I will be happy at 5 cents. 5 cents? What? I think you mean 50 cents. So from 50 it might go to bananas to 1, but also 1 cent in a flash. Well, I think 1 cent is not going to happen anymore. I think that's too... It has never been to 1 cent. It would create a new all-time low for CRO. This cycle, Crow did not set a lower low. 10 cent. 10 cent might be the bear market low. I might agree there. Anyways, guys, I think this is a good discussion, though. We'll have to talk more about the bear market, I think, in future streams. I wanna close though on a bit more of a positive note, because I don't want to sound too bearish all day long, right? We've got to end on a positive note. The 4-wave cycle is playing out once more. It is playing out once more, and I think it's an important sight to see. 4-wave cycle is still in the cards. When will it play out? When will we get the final top here, the final 4-wave? I don't know exactly. It's pointing out here to March. Will it repeat? I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's looking good, though. And also short term, we do see, well, we are creating some higher lows. But this is looking quite okay. I am not all too bearish. I'm not all too bearish on the CRO token. Also for Bitcoin specifically, Bitcoin, it needs to get into 116k to fill the Bitcoin CME gap. So on multiple fronts, we can just start moving again for Bitcoin and for CRO. On that note, though, guys, tomorrow, new video. Saturday, new video. Sunday, new video, but the time might be a little different depending on where you live. 9 p.m. Amsterdam time, we'll have a new live stream. If you have any topics specifically, come ask in our Discord, guys. Come ask in our Discord. Thank you so much, John, by the way, for joining our team here. Don't forget to strap in, hit the like button, and I will see you tomorrow in a new video. And otherwise, I see you Sunday on the live stream. Have a good week, guys. Enjoy, and don't lose your money, please. Don't you lose your money. Don't be stupid. Strap in. Take a cold shower. Thanks, Björn. Thanks.